Fun in the Sun is the lone roller coaster at Funplex in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. This SBF Visa Big Air coaster combines two ride experiences into one, as it features their highly common spinning cars plus two hamster wheel cars that can flip guests head over heels. This allows the attraction to offer something for both thrill seekers and families. But how is the execution? Find out in this review of Fun in the Sun. Fun in the Sun opened last May along with the Funplex park as a whole. The ride looks fresh and it really pops. The yellow and orange vehicles really stand out against the teal track. And I love this ride's placement on the perimeter of the park. It creates a ton of kinetic energy while at Funplex. The name is odd though. Fun in the Sun is not a name I ever would have thought would have been given to a roller coaster, but that's a minor gripe. Like most SBF Visa spinners, this one has an uncovered queue line station. I visited on a cooler spring day, but that gets super hot in the summer. Fortunately, I do not think lines are too big of an issue for this ride. Fun in the Sun seats up to 16 riders per cycle. There are 3 spinning cars that seat 4 riders apiece. Then there are 2 hamster wheel cars seating 2 riders each. Combining the thrilling hamster wheel and family-friendly spinning cars into one train offers 2 different experiences depending on your tastes. Kids as little as 36 inches tall can ride in the spinning cars, but you need to be considerably taller to experience the more extreme hamster wheel cars. Those vehicles also have bulkier restraints. Those ones have large over-the-shoulder restraints. The padding is pretty soft, but it does go right up against your ears. If you want the craziest ride, sit in the second hamster wheel. According to the operators and what I observed, this one flips more, particularly when the train passes through the station each lap. Fun in the Sun's layout basically forms an oval around the park's boundaries. The ride starts with a tire-driven lift hill that twists to the right at the top. Oddly, this is the roughest part of the ride. It made me nervous the rest of the layout would be a headbanger, but it was mostly fine. Atop the lift, you round a corner and head down the first appreciable drop. And if you're in that hamster wheel, you are immediately going to start flipping. There are these pads on the drop that force the car to flip. The vehicles can rotate freely, but the motion from these pads dominates the experience. I routinely got 3 consecutive flips here. These flips were fast, yet they still offered some hang time. Then the hang time was accentuated as you were held upside down for a moment after the initial sequence of inversions. You don't really notice what the track is doing at this point, you only notice those flips. You then round a slow turn and head back to the station, getting some light headbanging on the way. Now, I previously reviewed one of America's first big air coasters in Screamin' Centipede at the Texas Kalahari Resort. One of my biggest criticisms with that ride was that the final turn was uncomfortable because you were suspended upside down while getting that headbanging. On Fun in the Sun, you are thankfully upright and going slower, so it's not too bad here. You then continue onwards for your second and third laps. Each time you pass through the station, the second hamster wheel will quickly start to invert. I routinely got 4 to 5 extra flips here, which was an unexpected surprise. On the final pass, I got 2 final flips that were taken extra slowly, so they delivered even more pronounced hang time. In the second hamster wheel, I was getting 14 full flips, plus a few instances where I was suspended upside down. So you can make an argument this ride may technically take the inversion record for a roller coaster. The first hamster wheel didn't have quite as many flips, but it still sent you upside down plenty of times. As for the spinning car, the experience was much less intense. I rode in the back car, and even though it was off-balanced, I didn't get too much spinning. For my observations off-ride, the second car again seemed to spin more for some reason. It was a similar phenomenon to the hamster wheel, how there was variation between the cars. So what would I rate Fun in the Sun? I would give the hamster wheel cars, specifically the second car, a 6 out of 10. That was a wild experience. Getting 14 plus flips in just under 2 minutes is super disorienting. I enjoyed it. The experience reminded me more of a crazy flat ride than a roller coaster, which is fine by me. The turns are a little shaky, but thankfully you're not inverted for this portion, so you can properly brace yourself. The spinning car is much weaker in my opinion, mainly because it just didn't spin much. But again, I only tried the spinning car once, and one of the other ones seemed to spin more, so maybe I'll have to try it again in the future. So those are my thoughts on Fun in the Sun at Funplex. What are your thoughts on this coaster? Do you prefer the hamster wheel or the spinning cars? Let me know your thoughts on what I think is the best steel coaster in Myrtle Beach. If you enjoyed this review, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canobie Coaster. Thanks for watching.